Get some people in here to talk about championship weekend. Let's see. Let me get one person in here. Let me get two people in here. I need our classics, the toasts of the world, everyone else of the world. Let's see. Talk through some fantasy football start sits. Dun 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 dun. 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 Dun 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 dun. Let's see. Ooh. Tiers and rankings. Let's see what else. What people are saying right now. We thank God we got Bars in here. See, I knew someone would come. What up, Bars? What's up, Jacob? Do I start T. Higgins? Who else do we have? Regardless, hit that like button. Let's talk. We're going to do this for like 30 minutes, regardless of who's in here. Let's talk some fantasy football. Let's set some lineups. Let's win a championship. You know, that's all we want. What's the payout in some of these leagues? Curious. Your predictions episode disappeared from my YouTube. Was that just like us, or was that a your YouTube problem? What'd I miss here? Let's see. Let's go to videos. Brock Purdy officially stinks. Yep, that makes sense. That is gone. Let me check with that. Did you start watching it, Bars, and it just randomly disappeared, or you just don't even see it uploaded? Guess we definitely recorded that. Jacob, who else do we have? T. Higgins or who else? What are the options? Also, if you are one of the 4 people here, I love you so much. Hit that like button, share with your friends. Helps me, helps us out. I know Jack's no longer here, so people probably hate us, but, you know, par for the course. Let's see, we're getting it handled. Yes, it was deleted on purpose. There was an issue. And Matan is fixing it. It will be up at 1 o'clock. Nah, Bars, it's not you. It's us. It wasn't you. Yep. It'll be up at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. So make sure to check back there. I'm still waiting for Jacob's answer about who we started, T. Higgins or someone else. I got to know these answers. I was between last night for one of my leagues. I'm in a high stakes league, a $10,000 high stakes league, and it was Amari Cooper, Aaron Jones, or Raheem Mostert was that last person starting, and obviously I was thinking about Amari Cooper not playing. Ended up getting lucky with Amari not playing, even though he probably would have popped off last night with the amount of points that the Browns put up. But Aaron Jones and Mostert will be part of that starting lineup. So Jacob said for the flex, Terry McLaurin or T. Higgins. I think I got to go with T. Terry just obviously against the Niners. It scares me a bit, even though Jacoby Brissett is better for that offense, clearly. I think I'm going to go with just T, like against Kansas City, even though L'Jarius Sneed locked up Devontae Adams. Obviously, if Jamar plays, it makes it a little bit more concerning, but I just think T might give you a little bit more of a ceiling and a floor versus Terry. The floor is fucking lava. So, Bar said Josh Allen is winning the MVP, I think. I mean, he has the stats. If Josh Allen goes out, the only way Josh Allen wins the MVP, I think, is if over these next 2 games he pops off and they get the division. Because the problem with the MVP right now is like it's just as recency bias as it gets, right? It's like, what was the last thing you did for me? So it's like, if you beat this guy, then naturally you become the MVP, which is not how it should be. But considering that's where we are in today's NFL, where it's like Lamar's stats are very comparable to like Daniel Jones of last year. Lamar is 10 times better. But when we talk about just stats alone, stats have to matter for something. So Lamar is just the most valuable player on the best team in the NFL right now. It was, at least with Brock, he had the stats regardless of the supporting cast. Dak had the stats regardless of his circumstances. So I think no matter what happens, the MVP is going to come down to, does Lamar and the Ravens get the 1 seed? Okay, he'll be the MVP. So if he beats Tua this weekend, I think that kind of like just sets it. That it'll be decided for the most part because they probably bench him the last week. If the Dolphins happen to win this week, the Dolphins will then, you need to go out and beat Buffalo, and then it'll be like Tua or Tyreek, especially if Tyreek goes for 2,000 yards. So, I mean, I think the MVP can go to anyone, but the Josh Allen has a little bit harder of a road, even though his total touchdowns, he counts for like more than 80% of touchdowns. So it makes sense. Bars, you said I'd go Terry. They're going to need to throw the ball. Yeah, but still, it's that defense coming for vengeance. I would just, I'm not trusting Terry McLaurin. I'm just not trusting the Washington offense. Jacob said, I'm in the championship. If I win, I get $500. Let's fucking go, bro. What are you going to do with that $500 if you win? That's what I want to know. CMC, I think, has less of a case to win it over a Tyreek, regardless of just yards, because we just know we've seen 1,000-yard rushers in that Shanahan offense. So it's one of those situations where, like, yes, he is by far the most valuable person probably on that team outside of Brock, because you can't just put in someone else and run that system. And yes, Brock had one bad game, but I still think he's a damn good quarterback. But you take Tyreek off that Dolphins offense, and then naturally people are far less scared of them. So I think Tyreek matters more to the Dolphins offense than CMC does to the Niners, but both. I mean, this is the year that, if anything, it should go to a non-quarterback. What's up, your average sports guys podcast? What up? He said Cooper was out last night, so I started DJ Moore, and it worked out. Evan, even though he got hurt, he had 17 points. Elijah Moore. Yeah, he scored a touchdown. Yeah, dude. If all you can get is, if you get 17 in the championship, you're golden. So I'm guessing that's a full PPR league. You got to be super happy with that. So, yeah. Jacob said save it, but I'm not sure. All right, well, let's talk about it. Let's hypothesize. If you had to spend the $500, where's like your gut going? Even if you are going to save it, let's just play the game. I'd ask anyone that. All right, your average sports guys podcast, Bars and Jacob, if you guys were, or whoever else is in here, if you win your fantasy championship, let's say, and even if you're not in it, and your championship is $1,000, what are you spending that $1,000 on? What are you going to do right away? And don't give me some like beautiful sounding thing. Don't give me some like super. I want some like cocky shit. I want to be like, I want to go buy this to do this, right? So like, I'm curious what everyone's answers are. Let's put it down below. Let's see. Jacob, I need an answer from you because you're the one we're actually in the chip there. There we go. I'm saving it to move back to Maine. That's what you're doing, bro? That's too smart. That, of all things? Use some on Prize Picks and on my car. See, now we're talking. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing with the car? Dude, I got screwed on Prize Picks last week. I had one of those 6 legs. It was $5 to win $240. And everything had hit. All 5 had hit. The 6th one that hit that I needed to hit was Brock Purdy completions, 21 completions. He was at 18 when he got hurt. And obviously Sam Darnold went and got completed like 4 to 5 passes in that touchdown. So that would have been Brock and I would have won. So that's a bad beat. That's just a fucking bad beat. Buy some Bills jerseys and save some for gas and other stuff. See, these are all like smart answers. These are like educated guesses about what you would do. If I'm going to be reckless with it, I'm having a spa day. See, the word reckless and spa don't necessarily go together, but I respect that. Like a nice little day, treat yourself, give yourself something. You deserve it. You've been working really hard all year to build a fucking roster that can win a championship, and now here you are. Buy some Bills jerseys. So I'm assuming he is a Bills fan. So how are we feeling about the Bills, your average sports guy podcast? What are we thinking about your team heading into these final 2 weeks? You're going to win the division. From my team, you'll probably kick our ass in week 17. Jacob, I got hit last week in the car and there's a dent, so fix that. Damn, bro. Well, I'm glad you're okay. I'm sorry you got hit. I think you win out. Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, you play New England and then you play us, so that week 17 game is going to be tough. Manny Petty and dye my hair, then a deep stone massage. What color are we dyeing our hair? That came out of left field. I'm down for the Manny Petty. I'm down for the deep stone massage. I'm down for any of that shit. But the dyeing of the hair, what are we changing it to? What is it now? What are we changing it to? That's my question. Purple? You're going purple? What? What up, Toast? Welcome to the party. You're going purple, bro? I'm so excited. Our predictions episode, obviously, the person who comes in last, you either have to shave your head, like not bald, but like definitely like a 1 or a 2, and then um, like something really short, or you can do frosted tips. So right now it could be Matan, and I would love to see Matan and frosted tips. That'd be hilarious. It's brown and gray now. What the? I can't even picture that. Is that's not like you dyed it gray, obviously. Purple though, that'd go crazy. I'm looking up tiers right now to see like what I'm gonna do. Obviously, this is a start sit for championship, but there's only 4 of us, so we're just hanging out now at this point, which is all good. It's all good. You guys want to help with another lineup? Should I start thoughts on Tyler Lockett versus Achan? I'm starting Achan right now in this other league. Purple is my color. I've done it multiple times, and I've had gray hair since the 20s. Wow, elite. I was not expecting Jack in the video. Well, I'm assuming you have seen it, and now it's private. It will go back up at 12:30. But yeah, Jack surprised us and came in for the predictions. I think we're going to try and have him on for at least next week's predictions as well. We got to finish it out strong. But I'll be with Jack. He's in Miami now, or he comes down to Miami, I think, today or tomorrow after the Mizzou game. We're going to watch the Dolphins-Ravens game together, so that'll be fun. It's sad to see Jack leave, man. Jack was such an integral part of the pod. We obviously started it all together and had this idea together, but we're all excited for him. We're happy for him. Miami's going to he's going to have to become a Dolphins fan. That's just how it works. He's been one of the best bandwagon fans anyone could ever ask for wherever he moves. So Chicago, whether it be the Cubs, the fucking Bulls, the Bears, anyone he'll support. He goes to New York, he's going to become a Jets fan or a Giants fan. He's going to support whoever. So he's going to Miami. He's got to support the Dolphins in the Heat. Your average, you said, are you guys getting a new 4th guy? Right now, we're not. We're talking about like just trying to bring in more guests. But we are talking through also like what that would look like if we brought in the community. So like we want to give you guys an opportunity to be a part of like more of a select community where you can submit hot takes on video and we put it in the podcast, and then we do a podcast episode with you guys and shooting the shit. So I'm assuming that's something you guys would like to do, but probably after the season is when we would kind of roll it out. But we're trying to think through what that looks like, but trying to make a more exclusive community now that Jack's gone. So that 4th member would be like all of you guys instead of just doing one singular person for that 4th member. I'm ready for baseball season. Yeah, Seamhead, me too. What's his new podcast? Toast said he's not doing a specific podcast, so he's going to Better. But he's going to be on camera making some, picks. I think Better Picks is legal in a bunch of states. It's DFS. So, if you sign up, if you go to the App Store and you sign up under Better Picks, obviously you could put in code TGD. So you'd still support Caps Off, and then you'd be supporting Jack. So bet with Better Picks. So make sure to do that. It's super easy. It helps us both. We obviously worked that out so that we're able to still help each other and support each other. So hopefully, you guys would do the same. But yeah, man, Jack's excited. We're excited for